definitely technology is one of them that you need to consider and how you can get your customer 360.
When you're talking to a much younger audience. So the question around high touch, will it still work? Yes, but it's going to be very different, right? And we've got to be very smart in terms of how we do that. And it all comes back to data again.
There is that entire value chain for e-commerce business, which is completely different, and you need to invest, right? In terms of the differences and similarities between own multi-brand and marketplaces, I think the biggest one is consumer data. I think the back-end flows are similar, except again, the interface.
But we want to be able to marry that digital marketplace experience with the physical experience that we have in the mall. And hopefully that combined is a way for our industry to be able to compete and survive in the future.
We built in all these algorithms, which are all configurable. So for us, the basic ones would be accessibility of the inventory and proximity to the customer.
You will be able to see the work path analysis, like how they're working in the store, you know. And when you have some product they want to put priority to as a hot sales, they can plan to put the product in a certain location that can be easily seen by the customers, the consumer.
In our world, we started looking at those different touch points, which will help us in developing differentiated, new diversified business streams.
So we actually look at partnerships quite fondly. We believe no longer in competition, but maybe competition. How can we basically create a win-win situation for our customers, our merchants, and also these enterprises as well.
Think through the long-term impact of, how to like the innovation that I spoke about. And I think there has to be some real core value proposition, and there has to be fringe value propositions surrounding that. Every day we have to think about and rethink about the consumer journey every time we think through the exact same question of who our core audience is, how do we expand our audience, how do we recruit new consumers, and then what are the partnerships that we form that essentially enable the whole ecosystem to come together.
We ensure that this data is not misused, right, internally by us or exposed to our merchants directly even, right? So on one hand, we have the data, but when it comes to communicating this information to our merchants, we actually, for example, show it on an aggregate basis.
Can we use IoT devices to help us better understand whether we have a higher risk or lower risk by using those devices? We need to reassure people that we are doing the best we can, and this will need to be done with data, with monitoring, and with additional technology.
Make sure that pricing, the green material that we use, can be bring into economy scale so that they can afford. That's the part that technology may have to come in.
There is an aspect of innovation, particularly as well, innovation coming from Southeast Asia for Southeast Asian solutions that might be more cost effective than what people are currently importing from Europe or from the US.
It's nice that you're building a green building, certified platinum, powered by solar energy. But don't forget that you also need to help green infrastructure, right? And it's a whole slew of things.